Echo and Harper Audio present The Real Lolita, The Kidnapping of Sally Horner and the Novel That Scandalized the World, by Sarah Weinman. Read by Cassandra Campbell. You have to be an artist and a madman, a creature of infinite melancholy, with a bubble of hot poison in your loins and a super-voluptuous flame permanently aglow in your subtle spine. Oh, how you have to cringe and hide in order to discern at once, by ineffable signs, the slightly feline outline of a cheekbone, the slenderness of a downy limb, and other indices which despair and shame and tears of tenderness forbid me to tabulate. The little deadly demon among the wholesome children, she stands unrecognized by them and unconscious herself of her fantastic power. Vladimir Nabokov, Lolita. I want to go home as soon as I can. Sally Horner, March 21st, 1950. Introduction. Had I done to her? Had I done to Dolly, perhaps, what Frank LaSalle, a 50-year-old mechanic, had done to 11-year-old Sally Horner in 1948? Vladimir Nabokov, Lolita. A couple of years before her life changed course forever, Sally Horner posed for a photograph. 9 years old at the time, she stands in front of the back fence of her house, a thin, leafless tree disappearing into the top right-hand corner of the frame. Tendrils of Sally's blonde hair brush her face and the top shoulder of her coat. She looks straight ahead at the photographer, her sister's husband. Trust and love for him evident in her expression. The photo has a ghostly quality, enhanced by the sepia color and the blurred focus. This wasn't the first photograph of Sally Horner that I saw, and I've seen a great many more since. But this is the one I think of the most, because it is the only photo where Sally has a child's utter lack of guile, without any idea of what horrors lie ahead. Here was evidence of one future she might have had. Sally didn't have a chance to live that one out. Florence Sally Horner disappeared from Camden, New Jersey in mid-June 1948, in the company of a man calling himself Frank LaSalle. 21 months later, in March 1950, with the help of a concerned neighbor, Sally telephoned her family from San Jose, California, begging for someone to send the FBI to rescue her. Sensational coverage and LaSalle's hasty guilty plea ensued, and the man spent the remainder of his life in prison. Sally Horner, however, had only 2 more years to live. And when she died, in mid-August 1952, news of her death reached Vladimir Nabokov at a critical time in the creation of his novel in progress, a book he had struggled with in various forms for more than a decade, and one that would transform his personal and professional life far beyond his imaginings. Sally Horner's story buttressed the second half of Lolita. Instead of pitching the manuscript into the fire, Nabokov had come close twice, prevented only by the quick actions of his wife, Vera. He set to finish it, borrowing details from the real-life case as needed. Both Sally Horner and Nabokov's fictional creation, Dolores Hayes, were brunette daughters of widowed mothers, fated to be captives of much older predators for nearly 2 years. Lolita, when published, was infamous, then famous, always controversial, always a topic of discussion. It has sold more than 60 million copies worldwide in its 60-plus years of life. Sally Horner, however, was largely forgotten, except by her immediate family members and close friends. They would not even learn of the connection to Lolita until just a few years ago. A curious reporter had drawn a line between the real girl and the fictional character in the early 1960s, only to be scoffed at by the Nabokovs. Then, around the novel's 50th anniversary, a well-versed Nabokov scholar explored the link between Lolita and Sally. showing just how deeply Nabokov embedded the true story into his fiction.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?